everybody, this is King Tut here, and welcome to another Allegro 5 tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll teach you guys the keyboard events. So we learned about the window event and its functionality. Now, what if we want to program a full screen game and we want to tell the program to exit it out, but we don't know what events we're using. Well, because in the window event, because we can't use window events because it doesn't show the X button for full screen. So what do we do at this situation? Well, there's another event, and this is called the keyboard event. So a keyboard event is basically software, desktop or OS that responds by basically you hitting a keyboard. So for example, the F1 key, if you're in a browser, if you press that, it's going to get you the help menu. If you're on the desktop and press the F1 button, Windows will get you the help window. So basically, it's basically standard in every Windows computer and every software that is made for the Windows computer. So how do you implement the keyboard event? Most of the code are the same. However, there's some slight changes. So before you implement the event queue, you need to install a keyboard. That tells the program that that a keyboard is going to be used in the program, or they're going to be keyboard events. If you don't use that function, it's not going to work in the window, and possibly the window won't even show and give you an exception. It might crash if you use a keyboard. So you need to put in AL install keyboard function. Then after that, the first two are the same except in AL event queue, the register event source, you put in the name of the event queue as always, but instead of putting AL get queue display event source in the second parameter, you put AL get keyboard event source, and there's no parameter inside that function. So if you want to use it for keyboard, you put that function. And then once you're done with it, once you type that, you go inside the game loop, and you put in the Allegro event variable, which is basically the same, and the other one's basically the same. But then in the if statement, you tell the program if a key were to be pressed. So if the type of the event variable happens to be a key being pressed down, what do? Well, in this case, we want to close the program. But how do we do that? We want to tell the program that if I press that specific key, that we want the loop to be broken. And once the loop is broken, the rest of it's gonna get executed, and basically the process stops for the program and it's terminated. So in order to do this, we basically put in a switch case statement, and we put in switch the event name, the variable name. You put in the keyboard dot key code, because every single keys on the keyboard have its own unique code. You could read it up on ASCII 2. And you put up different cases, but for this, we want to have the window close when we press escape. So you put case Allegro key escape. So if you want to have other keys in the keyboard other than escape, you could just put Allegro key fill in the blank after the underscore. Allegro key A, Allegro key shift, Allegro key space, so on and so forth. Once you do that, you tell the computer to break the loop because when you press the escape key. And then after that, after the game loop, it's basically the same thing. You need to free up the display, free up the event queue. If you don't do that, you're going to get a memory leak. So that's that. And without further ado, let's get right to the demonstration. All right, let's get right into it. So you might have noticed in the last tutorial that I put include Allegro 5 / Allegro event.h. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't have to have that. I mean, if you feel like it's necessary, just put it, but you don't need that. I actually tested it out and it worked. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. Boom. So you don't have to have that include library in it. All right, so most of the code is actually the same thing, except there are a few tweaks that needs to be made. So under AL init, put AL install keyboard and put a semicolon after that. So you need that. Most of it is the same thing, except let's take that out and let's put keyboard instead of display. And then in the while loop, let's take this out and then put in Allegro event key down. And then you do switch. You do a switch case. e.keyboard.key code. Let's cut that. Let's Control X. And then you put case Allegro key key escape. And then you put this in, you paste it in here, and then break. And then that's pretty much it. So let's run this program. And then when I press the escape key, it basically terminates the window. So there you have it. Basically closing a window with the escape key. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.